Hello everyone, welcome to our Kelly stream of PRF1 Friday night, round 18 Styrian Grand Prix. We're supposed to be at Russia tonight, but for obvious reasons we've decided not to race there, so we've decided to go back to Austria. It's not really the Styrian Grand Prix, it's just Austria, normal way round, game won't let us stop it, so we're going with that. We're just about to enter qualifying, so it's a full qualifying, followed by 50% race, and an almost full grid. We've got 18 at the moment. There's one more joining during qualifying, I believe. I think I saw him join just a second ago. I think he's just going to pick his car, which is Hambo. He's a very quick boy, indeed. There he is. He's just entered in now. So, we've got qualifying one. Let's go with a few details for that. Don't need tyres for Q1, I don't suppose. So we'll lose 4 drivers in this one. Should be an interesting Grand Prix. What have we got? I think one of the Alphas is out first. So let's go to ERC Ethan then, who is taking my place in the Alpha full time now, as I've moved to do the streaming full time instead. Ethan, I am also in the RC with, which is another league, and I can tell you he is a fast lad. So I expect him to be somewhere near the front. But there's a few people on the grid that can upset that. Hambo's one of them, without a doubt. Master Spread, Reza is another one, among others as well. There's plenty there. Just getting myself into the stream so I can see if anybody makes any comments. And I come up to Hayes, who thinks my farmer voice is orgasmic. So I understand, man. Yeah, you know, many people have shot their loads just listening to me, I'll tell you. Anyway, we've got our first hot lap of the session. Going on, just coming down into the more technical Sector 2. Sector 3 sort of starts halfway through this bit, so we're just coming up to the line now. Any sort of 44, something like that is good. So 44.9 Ethan starts with on what is most likely more of just a banker lap, just to see if he can get himself through. Maybe take the rest of the session off. As he crosses the line and is on a 1:05.7 to get us started. Although he invalidated right at the end. Sorry, I did miss that. So the first one then is Cactus Noob. That's a new name for me. 1:05.8. Gazelle's going across the line. 1:05.0. Raratron is 1:06.1. Lennon 1:07.3. Greza goes fastest now in the Ferrari this week with a 1:04.9, so straight into the 1:04s for him. Will has also gone across P3 for the moment, 1:05.7. Demon goes faster again than Greza on a 1:04.6. Let's see if I can actually find any of these before they cross the line. So we've got Apex is coming into the final 2 corners. He comes across the line on a 1:05.1, which puts him P4 for the moment. Ethan is invalidated again. Maybe I've put a commentator's curse on him saying he's fast. Big D's at a moment off track. He's rejoined. His tyres, well, look at 8 tyres, so it can be well lit up at the minute. He's got a couple of cars coming round behind him. He's just moving out the way for them. Let's get him down then. Ferrari's coming round. Ferrari's into the pits in a way. Will 2 tenths of a second slower. Oh, okay, Big D pitted. We've got a McLaren coming round, so that is Red Bull. He's invalidated. Can I find someone on a lap who hasn't invalidated? No, I can't. That's Apex, who's into the pits anyway. This is Demon going into the pits. Let's try then. Charlotte, is Ethan going again maybe? Let's ride with Ethan. So he comes across the line. It's 104.7, which puts him P2 for the moment in Q1. Pajala early on in his lap, but let's watch him in the Williams, see what he can do. He's got Red Bull in the McLaren just ahead, I believe. 45.9. Let's just switch to Red Bull second, because he'll cross the line first, and I'll try and quickly swap to Pajala. So Red Bull through the final corner. Comes over the line on a 105.7. Pajala, I couldn't get to him in time, I don't think. He's gone P11 on 106.5. Big D is now on an outlap in the Red Bull, and Red Bull in the McLaren is out at turn 1. I've got nobody going around that part of the track, so I can't see him unfortunately, but he's lost it at turn 1. I think probably has hit the outside curb and gone across into the barriers on the inside. He is out and will take no further parts in qualifying. Ethan just passed him but didn't get quite there in time. Greza is just invited me. So this is to see if we can... Excellent. Hi, Greza. Oh, right, okay. No worries. Give me a second and I'll do that. Oh. Right, so this is... Just to explain what we're doing, Greza's just going to join me to see if we can get the include audio button to work so that we can do the interviews at the end of the race. Here it comes. Right. Okay, Greza?
Hello, you okay?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, it works because there's the box to tick. That's good.
Excellent.
Just check your streams.
So you've ticked that box, yeah? So if anyone can let us know. Hey, well, thanks for joining, mate. Could you hear Greza then? Excellent. Okay, so whatever I did worked in a way. I'm not even sure what I did, but I did somewhat. No worries. Have you actually finished with Q1? You lost Red Bull. He's it. Yeah, I think you probably are, to be honest. Yeah, we lost Red Bull in the McLaren. I think he went round at turn 1, caught the outside curb on the exit, and went into the wall on the other side. It was, yeah. On board with Clement at the moment. He's just coming round. Put his first time on the board. Oh, of course, yeah, you just sat in the garage. Okay. So yeah, you'd think so. Yeah, which probably opens up some possibilities here, because I've actually found in Austria, I've done quite a few races here recently, whether comms or racing myself, and they've all had safety cars in them. Seems to get quite a few
Yeah.
around here.
Just a bunch of people don't
Yeah,
especially
so,
if it's all
yeah. And Lennon's just retired out. Gazelle's retired in the pits. I think Lennon retired in the pits as well, actually. Um, Danny now on board with.
yeah.
So Danny comes across the line, goes P2 with a 104.5. Hambo then is invalidated, so he's going to have to go again. Mike White just behind him is also invalidated. There's a lot of invalidations in this session so far. Let's stick with Hambo then. Yeah. Yeah, of course. So, yeah, 104.5 from him, puts in P2. I didn't see Ethan go up to the top. That's 104.4. I think, well, yourself and quite a few others got a lot more time in them yet, to be honest. These are just sort of banker laps. That's it. So, right, Hambo into sector 2, just coming right towards the end of sector 2 now. I generally find anything in the 44s is good for sector 2. And he is 44.5. Might be one of the fastest we've seen there. Yeah, in fact, it was the fastest. He's purple. Into the final 2 corners, and we'll cross the line. I think he's going to go P1. Thereabouts, anyway. Say 104.1 in Q1. Save some ammo a bit later. No, he's just gone. He's just entered the pits, so still got 6 minutes left. So yeah, he did. Yeah. So six minutes left. Plenty of time yet to get a lap in. Who's in danger at the moment? So okay. Yeah, let's go. Okay, let's go to spread then. Well, says he's only heard. Yeah, he's invalidated. Cactus Noob. That's a new name this week. Is he reserve?
Yeah,
Ah, cool. Oh, he's round. He's just a Cactus Noob. He's round in the Haas. Just managed to stop the car before hitting the wall, so he's going to get going again.
Oh, Will, let me get Will in.
Just waiting for the Aston to pass. There he goes. Excellent. So he'll go again. No issues. Go back to Master Spread, who's invalidated again.
Dear.
He's on the mediums as well. Well, on the stream says only here to see Spread in the wall. Well, if he keeps invalidating, he may do that out of anger if he keeps doing it. Any corner is fine, he says.
Yeah,
Big. Right. Big D says he thinks the balance for party chat is off on Twitch. I think it might be that you're quite quiet. That might be that I need to turn my microphone down, maybe. Keep an eye on Spread. He's actually gone purple in sector 2 on the mediums.
That's more like it.
And into Cactus Noob is in P13 at the moment, but Spreader's about to go ahead of it, so yeah. Yeah, he is in the pits, Cactus Noob. Yeah, so Pajala's just come through turn 1 now. He's just gone past Spreader. See what he's like.
Twitch does this to party chat, but at least
Yeah.
you solved the main.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably join later.
That's fine. So Pajala's just come through the sets of 2 splits, and he's quarter of a second up at the moment. He needs to find a little bit more. Okay. Pajala just needs to find a little bit more coming through the final corner now. Cross the line, and he does 1:05.6. So Pajala jumps up to P14 and is safe because too many behind him have retired. So Pajala is through again. Can he get to Q3 again? He does. So, yes, yeah, so we've lost Cactus Noob, Will, Red Bull, and Lennon. Mike White is on a lap now.
In the garden, he's got time in now.
Who? Are you sure? He's doing a lap on my screen. He's going into he's going into the final corners now. He's not. Oh, now he's coming to the pits. Well, he hadn't. I'm not sure what that was about because he hadn't invalidated. Oh, the track wasn't red. No. So, well, he ain't got time to go out again, so it looks like we're going to lose him as well. So we're going to have, assuming Cactus Noob did retire in the pits, then we should have 15 in the next session. Yeah, he did, didn't he? No, and Will was quick last week as well, wasn't he? So they're 2 big drivers that are going to have to make their way through the field, which should make for some good racing, so we don't mind.
Yeah.
No, so Clem's back out on track. I'm not sure who's chosen to go back out. That's it, yeah. Are you a fan of the 2-stop around here? Or do you tend to stick with the 1?
Nah.
Or do you not want to divulge that information? Yeah. It could definitely be done. I think both sets of tyres go off a little bit towards the end of their stints, but it's probably better than making another stop. So cool. So, yeah, yeah. So it looks like I don't know what Clem's doing. He's warming his tyres up to cross the line to finish the session. He's having a bit of fun. Well, Reza.
Times on the mediums,
Yep. So here we go. Got the screen now. So Ambo did go fastest in the end, 1:04.1. But it's not really about them. It's about the guys who we've lost. So we've lost Will, Red Bull, Lennon, and Mike White, who didn't set time. Cactus Noob scraped through, having done his time on the mediums. I don't know what that noise is. And Pajala through, so good job from those 2. Let's see what Cactus could do. Clearly he's going to use softs in Q2. So should get
it's my mic.
Oh, you've gone completely now. The boy has half a wing missing. Who had half a wing missing? Was that White?
It might have been actually, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
Right, my headset's doing funny things, so I'm going to leave you to your stream.
Okay, mate. No worries. Good luck. In a way, I'm sure we'll see you in Q3. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
All
Good
right,
luck.
mate. No worries. See you in a bit.
In a bit.
Right, that was all a weird experience for me. Not used to that. It's nice to hear from Grezza in a way, our boss man in the league. Look at all those cars coming out all together, but it looks like there's a Red Bull out first. Is that Hambo out first in Q2 on the mediums as well? Ah, yeah, boy, okay, well, yeah, I didn't completely miss that, mate. Didn't see that at all. Well spotted, man. Well spotted. So, Hambo, what can he do in the mediums? We saw him do 104.1 on the softs, but I think you'll find he's got a lot more in him than that as well. I wouldn't be surprised to still see him go low 104s on the mediums, to be honest. I'd say at the very least it'd be middle 104s, which I think is still enough to get him through. We do see quite a big spread throughout the field of different times that people can manage. You get that in any league, I think. The fun of it. So the target for the fast guys is always to win a championship. The target for the not so fast guys, like myself in most leagues I'm in, is just improve a little bit and get as close as you can to the fast guys, really. So Hambo through sector 1 successfully and coming down to the more sort of complex part of the track. It's very wide through there. Might have been okay. He knows what he's doing better than I do. He's coming up to the end of sector 2, which makes me realise I ain't got the times up. So it's a 44.6, which is almost as quick as he went in Q1 on the softs. So get the tyres up in this one, obviously. As Hambo then crosses the line on a 104.3, so he wasn't far off. Only 2 tenths off his sector 1 is Q1 time. Let's see if we can catch any of these. Oh, they've invalidated. Right, here's a Merc. This is Danny. Across this line on the mediums, 105 flat. Gazelle's gone across 104.8. Clem 105.4 on the softs. And Rara Trana 106.6 on the softs. Demon's gone across 105.2. Let's see who we got. I think the other Red Bull is about to cross the line. Here goes P8 on the media. Oh, 121.4, so clearly not a proper lap from Big D. We've got an Alpha coming towards the end, so this is Ethan. Oh, he's invalidated as Ethan. That'd be annoying for him. So I can't imagine Hambo's going again. There's no real point in watching him. Is that Danny? No, it's not Danny. So, oh, hello. Who was that? That was Gazelle. Has lost it. On the exit, sort of turn 6 and 7. Actually, it's probably turn 7 and 8. There's a few kinks in the road that probably count as turns. He is recovered in a way, and he'll go get himself round to the pits. Apex, unfortunately, invalidated, and is invalidated again. Let's see Ethan then. On a second attempt, comes through the second sector on a 45.2. So he's 6 tenths behind Ambo at the end of sector 2. Comes through the final corner and he's in a 105 flat, which is good enough for P5 at the moment. Whether that'll be good enough to get him through or not remains to be seen. It may not be the worst thing if it's not, because he could go an opposite strategy to Hambo, for example. Who else we got then? Greza's now out of the comms box and onto track in the Ferrari. As he said, having a go on the mediums. He comes through sector 2, 45.2. So he's heading towards a lowish sort of 105 as it stands. Uses the curb on the penultimate turn. Launches it out of the final turn nicely and comes across on a 105 flat as well. Ever so slightly quicker than Ethan. So it goes into P5. Who was that? That was Demon has just put it into P4 though. That's on the mediums as well, so it's 104.9. Expect Grez is probably trying to go again. He is. He's nearly not far off a 10th up in just the first sector, so stick with him. I think that first sector was purpled actually. Goes down second straight. One good thing about Austria is there's normally lots and lots of overtaking opportunity. One super long straight with DRS and the other reasonably long. This is a great opportunity. There's a purple sector 2 as well. Into the final two corners. Uses the width of the track to get a good entry. It will look good. And comes across the line on the 104.5. So that puts him P2 for the moment behind Hampo. But that is probably enough to see him through. Actually done one more lap on those mediums than he would have liked, but so I suppose he just needs to make the decision of whether to still start on the mediums or to go back out and do a run on the softs. So we've got Raratron, what a name. Sounds like a transformer, doesn't it? So, going across the line. Can he improve on his previous time? He does by a 1/10.5. He's P11 for the moment. Obviously plenty of time to do another run. Pajala is out, so on track I mean. Oh, Dark Lord is out. Dark Lord has retired, I believe, in the pits. So perhaps decided not to go through. Perhaps wants the tyre choice instead. I'm presuming in the pits because I couldn't see any yellow flags on the track as Pajala comes across the line on 105.8. That puts him P10 for the moment, so as it stands he's through, but we've got Spreader on a lap. Up through sector 1, 16 flat, sector 1, which is purple. I was going to say 16 flat's fast. We've got a yellow in sector 1. That is at turn 1. Unfortunately, Hash just went past. I haven't got another car coming up, but they are going again. I think it was either Danny or Apex. It was a Mercedes in a way. We want to stick with Master Spread, see what sort of time he can put in. I'm certain this is on target to get him through reasonably comfortably. Comes into the final corner. Crosses the line for a 104.2, which is fastest in the session. A nice lap from Spreader. And he won't mind being on the sort of alternative strategy to Hambo. It's those two guys that are fighting for the championship. I will sort of go through the championship standings with you during the formation lap. Right here, Raratron pits. Any of these boys actually on a lap? I think Clem's on a lap. He's 6 tenths up in the second sector, so he's heading into the 104s now. Somewhere around P5-ish. Runs very wide, but doesn't invalidate. And goes P3, in fact, with a 104.3. So a nice lap from Clem. The Merc has invalidated. Who's the McLaren? That's his Fatal Defiance. He's on an outlap. Apex, unfortunately, has already invalidated his flying lap. Hambo has retired, so that's in the pit lane, so he will take part in Q3, but that does mean he is starting on the mediums. So we do have our two championship rivals at the moment, Spreader and Hambo, starting on different tyres, which makes it interesting. Obviously from Hambo's point of view, he'll be wanting there to be no safety cars before Spreader has to pit off the softs. Just wonder if Spreader might entertain the idea of a two-stop. It's not a massive difference, I don't think, between the 1 and 2. It's the one stop is faster, let's put it that way, but it's not a gigantic difference, and it covers you to safety cars, so it is a possibility around here. As Danny goes 104.2, which is enough for P2. Fatal Defiance crosses the line. P11 on the mediums. He wouldn't mind starting P11, but he should be able to get another lap in, so he may be able to improve. Apex is coming into the final two corners, into the final corner now. Doesn't look particularly fast, so it's a 104.9, so that does put him up to P9. My apologies, Apex. It just didn't seem to look like you were going fast then, but secret to speed, isn't it? It's looking like you're going slow, but you're not. So who was that? Somebody just went into top 10. That was Ethan, I think. He's done 104.5 on the softs, so he's now up to P5, which has put Apex in danger. Fatal Defiance, meanwhile, is doing a solid lap at the moment on the mediums and could well improve. The graphic said he was purple in sector 2, whether that's correct or not, I'm not sure. But he's going to cross the line on a 105.3, which puts him back up to P11. On the mediums, he's still got enough time. I don't think he's got the fuel for it, but he would have enough time to do a cooldown lap and then go again. But I don't think he's got enough fuel. But starting P11 is not a bad shout. See what Bajala can do. He's coming to sort of approach the end of sector 2 now. Coming through sector 2 in a 45.4, which is just about half a tenth up on his previous time. Should be enough. No, he needs to find quite a bit in the final sector, actually, to improve at all. So he comes across the line, 105.6, takes 2 tenths off his previous time. Still needs to find another 3 tenths to improve position-wise, but he can get another run in. Raratron is out on the mediums. See if he can get through. Ethan retires from the session. That is in the pits. Just interested in. We'll just switch to Cactus Noob because he's a bit further forward on the track than Pajala. So Defiance has made it back round to the pits and retires out. So stands he starting P11. Can Cactus Noob do anything to change that? He's 900ths of a second down at the moment, which is nothing. So, and he doesn't need to find much, so he's got a bit of time to find in the final sector. He could get ahead of Defiance. Well, Pajala gets ahead of Defiance on a 105.1. Cactus Noob crosses the line, doesn't improve. Raratron will be our last one. He improves up to P7 on the mediums as well. That's a great lap from Raratron. Nice lap, buddy. So 104.6. Suddenly shows a lot more pace than he showed in the first qualifying session, and that has knocked Apex out. Big D is in trouble. Pajala and Cactus Noob. Pajala has invalidated, Cactus Noob hasn't. Let's watch him through Sector 2. So he crosses the line in Sector 2. Once again, he's about 900 down, so he needs to find time in the final sector. So trouble Big D, he's going to have to find half a second, basically, in the final sector. Which is a tough ask when all the sectors are so short. And he invalidates the final corner. How would he have done? He would have improved by a tenth. So it would have gained him a place ahead of Fatal Defiance, but the invalidation means he will start P14. So just Tron left, who's coming into the pits in a way. So that is the end of qualifying 2. So congratulations to Master Spread, Danny, Hambo, Clem, Ethan, Greza, Ramatron, Gazelle, Demon and Big D, who make it through to Q3. Unlucky to Apex, Pajala, Fatal Defiance, Cactus Noob and the Dark Lord, who will take no further part in qualifying proceedings. We're just waiting for Ramatron's car to be pushed in fully, and then we will move on. So I don't think Pajala will be too unhappy. He's had a run, I think, the last 2 weeks of getting into Q3. Doing really fantastic laps at the end that have just got him into the Q3. But P12 is not to be sniffed at. Not a bad place to start with tyre choice and fresh tyres, so not a bad one. What I do try and do, I know I didn't do it in the first session, but if I do try and remember to just flip through the instance just in case they're needed for any reason. So who's your money on then for pole position? I think if I had to pick one from what we've seen, I would probably say Hambo. I'm sure Ethan, Spreader, Greza, Demon and Clem who've done some very impressive laps. Well, everybody in the session's done impressive laps, to be fair. So they've all got a chance. For me, Raratron put in an exceptionally impressive lap right at the end of Q2. Seemed to come from nowhere, but clearly he's got that pace. He just needed to find that lap that showed it. So Ethan is going to be first out on track in the shootout. Let's get our details back up. I do wish it would save the fin drive open between sessions. I still don't need tyres again. So there we go. And then what sort of time? I'm going to predict Hambo pole on a 103.8. Now, I've promised a 103 in qualifying to people many times before, and it has never happened in here in Austria. We've been very close, but we never quite got a 103. We've had 104 zeros in the other commentaries that I've done, but I think tonight's the night, and we'll see at least one 103, possibly more than one. Free yellow, that's there's a lot of cars really close to each other. That's just people swapping positions. Probably all of them trying to get a toe off someone else in the straights. But anyway, we ride with Ethan, who has started his hot lap, and it's 15.9 in the first sector, which is quick. Sounded like he had a bit of trouble getting on the power out of the hairpin note. Coming up towards the end of sector 2, there is a Red Bull on track ahead of him. Doesn't say anybody's on an outlap, so I think maybe actually I've got the wrong person, but we'll stick with Ethan for now. Keep an eye on the standings to see where that Red Bull is. I know Hammer does like to get out early. There does... No, again, that's just someone slowed down to let someone else through. Yep, Hambo's across the line then, 104.2. Ethan across the line, he's 104.4. And Aston is up next. No, it's not. Sorry. I can't find anyone now. Just missed Danny. There we go, Gazelle is just coming through the final corners now. Let's see what he can do. He crosses the line on 104.6, which is good enough for P4. So, Demon has invalidated, so let's go to Spreader and see what he can do. That's the end of the second sector now, and he's 44.5, so he's on a quick lap. Sambo crosses the line and goes faster still. It's a 104.0. You've got to smash to 103 on your final run, Hambo, and you'll be very disappointed if you don't. Spreader, though, also on a fast lap. He crossed the line to a 104.3, which is good enough for P2 as it stands. Any other jumpers? No. Looks like most are pitting. Gazelle hasn't invalidated. He's going to complete his lap. He's invalidated on the final corner. I put the old curse on him there, didn't I? Who's this? This is Demon, who had purpled the second sector, so let's ride with him through to the end. As he comes across the line, it's a 104.7, puts him P6. Clem then is invalidated again. Just invalidated the first corner. I think now we'll start to see people pit in. Master Spread's going again, actually. Ever so slightly up in the second sector. Oh, he's ran wide in the penultimate corner. That's invalidated the lap. Crosses the line and went quarter of a second quicker. How much he gained by the invalidation, no, I'm not sure. But it shows he's got more pace in him. Gazelle was invalidated. Demon's quarter of a second down. Let's go to... no, Clem's invalidated. Is he going to pit? He does. So, I think then we're at the point where everybody's going to pit. Yep, looks like it. So it's Master Spread, we can have a look. But, yeah, 2 temps down now, basically out of energy. Fuel's lit up, so he's clearly going to pit this lap as well. Now, Danny in the Mercedes is already back out on an out lap, so go to him. As he comes round then to start the lap. It's right on board for this one, actually. It's good to see what the drivers are doing, what they're going to contend with. So that's turn 1. Out wide to open up the angle. All done pretty nicely. So easy out of turn 1 to try and get on the power a bit too much. But he's already a 10.5 up. He's already heading for a 104.4. Let's see if we can find anything in the second sector. Doesn't use much curb on the entry into there to widen out the angle, but still look pretty tidy. As he comes through to the end of the second sector, he's just over 3.5 temps up. He's heading for a 104.0. Sorry, a 104.1. Moment. Find a bit more. He's on target for P2. It's 104.1. So he goes P2, Danny. That's a good lap. Very good lap from Danny. Well done, buddy. Everybody else on an out lap. Let's see who is. Just see if Danny's going again. Seems everybody else is still on out laps at the moment, so may as well take a look. Tap the inside curve that time. Hang there. See if this helps him to improve at all. It's only half a tenth down. Oh, that's invalidated. He's just gone over the line. It's unlucky. So who else have we got? We got Gazelle. No, he's backed out. Reza. Clem, where's Clem? Okay, yeah, let's ride with Clem. Clem not got a lap on the board as of yet. See what he can do. Oh, he's invalidated, so let's go back to Greza. And the Ferrari. Widening out those angles nicely, isn't he, for the entries, and he comes across the line 104.4. That's P5 for Greza. Big D has done 104.8. Yeah, who was that? That was Demon. Let's go with Hambo then. Oh no, he's on a slow lap. Is he going to go again? Certainly is, so no, he's not going there. Spreader's invalidated, so he's going to have to go again. I think Hammer's doing another cooldown before having one final go at it. Spreader's invalidated, so he's going to have to cool down as well. Ethan then is a 10th up in the second sector. Very tidy through the final two corners. He crosses the line on the 104.4 to 3, I think, absolutely matching his time, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. Big D improves by half a second up to 104.2 and goes into P3. It's the Red Bull's P1 and 3 as it stands. This, that's Gazelle, but he's invalidated. Spreader, who's already invalidated. Hambo, no, hasn't gone again. Here, Ethan's invalidated. Reza is going slow, probably doing a cold down lap, I'd imagine. Big D going again then, so he went past him. He was up in the first sector slightly. Well, he's got some momentum. Comes through the second sector, just over half a tenth up. This is mighty close between him and Danny for P2. Through the penultimate corner into the final corner, uses the too much curb and invalidates the lap. So this is Rara Tron coming across the line. 104.5 moves him up into P7. Clem, 104.7, P10 at the moment, only just. Let's go then. Well, Spreader is just ahead of Hambo on track, so, but he's just over a tenth down and he's run wide there, so I'm going to make the call. Let's go to Hambo, who is on target for the 103. Just hold the nerve through the final two corners. All look pretty tidy to me. Is he going to crack the 103? He does. It's 103.887. I thought we'd get one. We did just. Well done, Hambo. Gazelle is a 10th up. I don't think the cars ahead were any of them were improving, so let's stick with Gazelle. Our head has gone round again. Across the line, that was Clem, he didn't improve. Gazelle unfortunately invalidates, slows down, so we don't know what he would have done. Demon crosses the line. He invalidated, and that was a 104.223. That would have put him P4. Invalidated, and that's the end of qualifying. So Hambo takes pole then on a 103.887. So glad to finally see a 103 in qualifying. I expect many of you have, but I hadn't up till there. So congratulations to him. Superb lap. Ethan P2 on 104.1. Danny has been given a 5-second grid penalty. 5-place grid penalty, so he will drop to 8th, which promotes Big D to P3, Spreader to P4, Gazelle to P5, Greza to P6, Ravatron to P7, and Danny then 4 will start 8th with Demon P9 and Clem P10. So obviously massive congratulations to Hambo on the P1 once again this season. An outstanding lap, and I'm so pleased I finally got to see a 103, so in qualifying. Excellent. Right, so guys, we take a quick break, about 5 minutes, and we will be back with you for the start of the race, 50% race, which is 36 laps of Austria. We will be back soon. I'll just pop you onto the break screen. I'll see you shortly. Right, so hello guys, we're back, and as you can see, we are just getting underway for the formation lap. As I said, it was a bad Q3 for him. We did alright. To be fair, I think he was quicker on the mediums. There was a few that seemed like that actually, to be fair. Anyway, I wanted to, if I can, in time, see if we can have a quick gander at the standings. I haven't got them ready to be able to bring them up on the screen for you because I was more interested in trying to sort out the include audio, so I'll just take you through a few of them. For the drivers, we got Master Spread currently leading from Hambo. The gap there is just 6 points. Third place is then quite a way off, which is Dark Mark, who isn't with us tonight, so he is going to be open to his teammate Gazelle, who's P4, Big D and P5. So neither will be able to catch Dark Mark today, but there's just 5 points separating those two. Take a quick look because they're almost round already. It goes so fast when you're actually trying to do something. What are doing a formation now. The constructors' standings: Aston Martin lead the way at the moment from Red Bull. The gap at 19 points. Then there's just short of 100 points to AlphaTauri and P3, followed by Mercedes P4, Williams P5. Who've got their own little battle going on at the moment. So quite interesting there. But obviously for the drivers, for the drivers, the ones to look at are Spreader and Hambo. But some interesting battles and some new drivers as well to keep an eye on tonight. So so there's a few things to be looking at really. Let's just have a quick look at the tyres. Let's go straight to position changes then. So we got 5 lights on, and we go. Quite a long pulls, and so Williams has got to an absolute flyer. He's been closed off unfortunately, but Hambo has gone away well at the front. He stays ahead of Ethan. There's quite a few cars taking to the grass. A bit further down there is a Mercedes has been left round, and that was Apex. He is going again now. Can't see any obvious damage. Through a hairpin first time round. Ethan seeing if he can get some sort of toe on Hambo, but it's not happening there. Big D under some pressure from Master Spread. In fact, let's go to those two because they are actually battling. So let's go on board with Master Spread as he looks to get past Big D in his early stages. Left Gazelle back a little bit. So quite difficult really to make a move before DRS comes into effect. He looks like he might get a run into turn 1. He is alongside. Oh, that's a terrible camera switch. But it looked like Big D defended it in the end. Danny has gotten ahead of Demon. So break for hairpin. Does consolidate that place, and the AlphaTauri of Raratron has a little look, but in the end has to settle behind the Williams. Master Spread is now side by side with Gazelle, who's attacking him. But again, Master Spread defends that. This is an even bigger reason really why Master Spread wants to get the move done and Big D as soon as possible. Oh, we've lost someone, Gazelle. Where was he? Was that him on the inside? I completely missed him. Where is he? Oh, and Mike White's off as well. Gazelle is over there. So that has brought out a virtual safety car. We've got some pitters. Danny into the pits. That is not a scheduled pit stop. Master Spread's into the pits as well. I don't believe either of those had damage. That is a quick change of tyres to get onto the mediums, I believe. They might be a little bit disappointed to not see very many other drivers taking that opportunity. So, saw Mike Round, who's still on track. He's actually just behind Master Spread. But, so, Master Spread, let's have a quick look at the tyres then, just confirm. I believe they both switched to mediums. So yeah, Master Spread switched to mediums, as did Pajala, Danny, and Cactus Noob. Apex went the other way to the softs at this point, so the virtual safety car has stopped, and we are going again. Ethan may get a run on Hambo up into the hairpin. Seems to get a better exit as well. So here's the DRS. Know what a big effect it has. He backs out of that though. Maybe looking to get DRS here, but Hambo gets away better. Spreader puts up 3 seconds. It's not going right. Tron has gotten ahead of Demon. Clem, sorry, but Clem's come back at him. So, for a moment, Tron had picked up P5, but Clem retakes it nicely. Grez is up to P4 now. Just trying to have a look. This is Clem on the back of Tron. We've got the 3 of them in a line. 4 of them, in fact, because Red Bull's on the back of this as well. Then there's a bit of a gap then, 6.5 seconds to the next car, which is the other McLaren of Fatal Defiance. Fastest laps getting set all over the place, so that will come down somewhat before the end of the race. Let's go to Ethan, who I think is getting a move on Hambo this time. So he gets the move done under the DRS. Can Hambo come back at him? It looks like he's probably a bit too far away on this straight to do that. Just having a look. Ethan's used about 15% more energy so far than Hambo, but it's not really vital at this stage of the race. Very much expect Hambo will stick to the back of him. Good to see them changing positions a little bit, sort of swapping positions, lap after lap sort of thing. Oh, Ethan runs a bit wide there. That probably would have picked him up a warning. Seems to run a bit wide there. That might not have picked him up a warning though. So Ethan sets his fastest lap of the race so far. Surely, you feel Hambo's going to get a run himself here. He's not going to get it into the hairpin. He seems to go a little bit wide so as to improve his exit out of the hairpin, but again he looks just a bit too far back. It may be that Hambo's just going to be quite happy to run in Ethan's DRS, to be honest. He's on the medium tyres, would love to save his energy for later on in the stint, maybe when Ethan comes in. So maybe at the moment the right thing for Hambo is just to run in the sort of toe and DRS zone of Ethan. Raza has made it up into P3, so he's done what Master Spread couldn't earlier on and gotten past Big D. He will now get on after the first 2. He's just over 3 seconds behind them at the moment. Obviously his main purpose at the moment will be to break the DRS to what is now Clem. Oh, Big D appears to be ghosting. Big D, where are you? There's Big D. Doesn't say he's it says he's still in the game. I thought maybe he'd lost connection or something, but it says he's still in the game. He is still ghosting. Now he's gone solid again now. Maybe had to come away from the Xbox for a moment. You never quite know. So main thing is that he doesn't appear to have lost connection. We have a safety car. We have lost Mike White, debutant. Fortunately, I'm not overly sure where that is. So Ethan comes in. Hambo continues on. Ethan, I think, has put hard tyres on. A lot of cars deciding to stay out here. So that's interesting from Ethan. He's put the hards on, obviously to go to the end. It's a big gamble around Austria. It's not unheard of to see three or four safety cars around here. This is only the first one, so you could easily have, you know, I'd say it's probably odds on to have another safety car before the end, really. It allows Cactus in a way, one of our other debutants, to catch back up to the back of the pack, so that he's got a chance to be able to show us what he can do. Just gonna have a quick shifty through all the drivers, make sure no one's ghosting. So no, appears everybody's car is solid. I don't think we're quite going to manage to get the safety car in this lap. It would have been called by now in a way. So I think the next lap, so we're going to go again on lap 10. 27 laps remaining. It's a long stint even for the hards. They could do it easy, but be interesting to see Ethan's pace. So on those tyres to start with, probably be a little bit slower to start with as they sort of grain in a little bit, get a bit more sort of traction under them, wear in, I suppose that's what I'm trying to say. And so yeah, he might find himself a little bit slow to start with, but it should pick up. It's just what sort of gap. Oh, and Will's lost it under safety car. He's up here somewhere. There he is. Oh, Will, what happened, buddy? That's mighty strange. It's actually on the straight part. It's not as if that's just after turn one. That's on the straight. Has he had contact with someone? Be a giveaway if someone pits that he probably has. But the confirmation has come out. The safety car is in this lap. I don't know if Will's watching at all, but he'd let us know what happened if he is. So, our first safety car, when will Hambo go? I think he'll go early. Just before this corner. I think that's when he's going to go. No. Sort of halfway through the corner. On the exit of the corner, really. Doesn't really catch his teammate, but what a nice position to be in. P1 with your teammate just behind you. Steeman has a look, but is too far back. Oh, Spreader's joined us. Joined back. I didn't even notice he'd gone. That was why I did the look through. We didn't seem to be ghosting, so go. Spreader, sorry, Demon gets a run on the Red Bull of Big D. I'm sure Amber would rather Big D manage to defend that for a little bit at least. Master Spread back in control of his car has got him back ahead of Apex straight away. I think for the moment, I thought somebody had left because I've lost all my intervals, which is why I wanted to do a check during the safety car to see if anyone was ghosting, but nobody seemed to be. So Spreader now, next target will be Tron, who is on quite a bit younger tyres than Master Spread. Same tyres, but younger. And we saw in Q2 that he can put some decent times in Tron, so it may not be easy for Spread to get past. While the cars are all bunched up like this, wow. Fatal Defiance has a think about it into the hairpin, but decides better of it on this occasion. Spread did get ahead of Tron there, and he's now on the back of his teammate. So Tron not willing to give up on that. It's a difficult one for Clem now. He's got his teammate who's fighting for the championship just on the back of him. On the other hand, Clem's on the fresher tyres. What does he do? He'd also rather that Master Spread didn't have a Williams right on his tail. Oh, and Master Spread touches the back of Clem as he comes round into the pits. It didn't look like a heavy contact, so I don't think that would have caused damage. Can't see any damage, and as I say, it did seem like a very light contact, so I don't think that would have caused him damage in a way. Catches New picks up 3 seconds. Tron is going to get a look at Master Spread into the hairpin. They go side by side. Spreader leaves plenty of room. Who's got the DRS? It is Tron again. Is he going to get another look? It's turn 4. No, he doesn't. So now Spreader's chance to try and pull out a little bit of a gap now if he can. As you can see, just doing what he's done so far, Spreader's had to use quite a bit of energy. Let's go to Danny, who's right on the back of Big D. Gets the move done into there. That's it's not a corner you really want to be side by side in, but he seemed to have the move done before he reached it, so it's all good. And everybody opens up DRS. Ethan is right on the back of Demon, coming into the hairpin. He's gone out wide to get a better exit. We may see him move down into turn 4. Go to the onboard cam because Codemasters is useless. And gets the move done before the braking zone and is back into P2 on hard tyres, and that is not a view that Hambo will be particularly pleased with. Ethan's managed to fight his way back through as quickly as that on hards. So, oh, that's a Mercedes just running out wide there. Reza looked like he was on a back of Fatal Defiance. They do both have DRS at the moment. Trying to see if I can spot any. I've got DRS where the. Right, let's go to Red Bull. He's right on the back of Demon. Demon has DRS as well, as does Danny, who seems to get a better exit out of hairpin and is going to have the inside for turn 4 and gets the move completed. So Red Bull went from attacking the back of Demon. Oh, and he's round on the exit. I think that's going to be a safety car. It is. It's a full safety car. Did someone else just hit the back of him? I don't think they did. I think they're okay. I wasn't sure. I saw some carbon fibre somewhere. But Red Bull is out. He's lost it on the exit of turn 4. into turn 5. And that has brought out another safety car, so pit stops start happening. Hambo again chooses not to. And Ethan opts to stay out on the hards, which is understandable because they're probably feeling just as good as Hambo's mediums right now. Maybe even a tiny bit better. Ethan already starting to swerve about a bit and try and keep some heat in those hard tyres. They're not easy to keep warmed up. Apex moves ahead of Clem there. Maybe an overtake happened while the car was exiting the pits. At the point where their class back in the race, so had to give the position back maybe. A couple more drivers has opted to move to the hards to go to the end. Apex is one of them. Cactus Noob at the back is the other. So 4 retirements so far. Only the 2 safety cars, but certainly been interesting. Even starting on the softs. Got ahead of Hambo, then the first safety car came out, he pitted for the hards. Has now fought his way back through to second place, as Lennon now pits. I'm just wondering if that's their damage actually, because I swear I saw some carbon fibre like a car had hit Red Bull, but surely he would have pitted last lap if that was what he was pitting for. Takes off the mediums, puts on softs. They're not going to go, well, they're not likely to go to the end, those softs. Not feeling very nice in a way. You might be able to push them to the end, but it'll be pretty slow at the end of the stint. So, technically right now, guys that are on either fresh, medium or fresh hard are on the correct tyre. Everybody else you'd feel's got to pit again, apart probably from Ethan. So let's take a quick look at the penalties, see what the guys have got so far. So Dark Lord's got 3 seconds, currently in P7. Danny's got 6 seconds, which as it stands right now would really hurt. He'll be hoping that the field does gap out a bit before the end. Spreader is on 3 seconds in P10, and Cactus Noob's got 3 seconds. Tron in P5 currently having a nice debut. So he set that very good lap in Q2, showed he's got some pace. Then didn't really emulate that in Q3, but has had a good race so far. So let's go on board with Ethan. Hambo not going at the same point. He's gone there, and it looked to me like Ethan saw that a mile off. It looks like Demon has as well, to be honest. Ethan has to go a little bit defensive. And picks up 3 seconds. He's picked up a penalty. That could be all decisive. In the hunt for this victory. Let's go back to the broadcast cam. We got Tron has gotten past Greza. And into P4. So the impressive debut continues. Let's hope he can keep it going through the rest of the race. There are some really tight battles going on. Big D. So this is Spreader has gotten past Big D actually. This one. So he's up into P9, and Spreader gets another move done into. In fact, he's got 2 of them there. He's gotten from P9 up to P7. So he's got past Dark Lord and Danny. Danny then gets past Dark Lord. So that's a nice little moment from Spreader. And for the scrapbook, nice little double overtake. So, go. Oh, Ethan's dropping down. What's happened to Ethan? He's round at turn 1. Ethan has spun it at turn 1. Whether there was contact or not, I don't know. But, I can't see any damage. Visual. So, yeah, I don't think there's any visual damage, but you'd think that that has probably ruined his chances of winning this race. There's a bit of a battle going on between Danny, Pajala and Master Spread here. So both Danny and Master Spread have gotten past Pajala, but at some point in that, Danny got ahead of Master Spread, so interesting one. Reza is right on the back of Demon. Let's go to that one. DRS is enabled once again. Cactus New picks up a 3 seconds, so that's now 6 he's got. He's got ahead of Lennon actually, Cactus New, so he's up to P13 now with Ethan Spin as well. Apex gets ahead of Dark Lord. So much to watch, we can only watch one thing at a time, but Reza gets the move done on the inside of the hairpin and is up into P3 ahead of Demon. And meanwhile, that debut for Tron is getting better and better. He's unfortunately not gotten out of the DRS zone, so Reza will be chasing him down like a hawk. Danny gets up 3 seconds. Him and Master Spread still fighting. There's moves going on throughout the field. It's so hard to pick one up. Apex there got ahead of Big D. What's wrong with Big D? He's into the pits. I was going to say, he seems to be dropping a lot of positions since the restart. Yeah, the front wing's coming off. So that would explain that. Fatal Defiance gets ahead of Pajala and moves into P7 as Danny is having a go at Greza. Oh, tiny little touch there, I feel. Greza kind of ran out of room because they both caught Raratron ahead. Danny's seeing if he can get the move done on Raratron as well. They go side by side. And Danny does get the move done and moves into P2. It's impressive from Danny. Ethan picked up a penalty and all that. There's yellow flags in Sector 2. The driver involved, I think it was the Haas that catches Noob, I can't be sure. But he is still going, so nobody's out. Raratron will get DRS back now on Danny. See, so another Sector 2 yellow, and that is Big D all out on his own. Right, let's go on board because Codemaster's not giving the best camera angles today. It's not quite able to get it done this lap then for Raratron, but he just looks to keep as close as possible again. So, just looking down at Big D, he has gone past the pits, so clearly no damage. I'll just get on with it. He'll be hoping and praying for another safety car now with Big D. It's a really promising start to the race. It's Danny. Under the pressure from Raratron, picks up a penalty and then smashes into the pit wall, and that will be a safety car, and it is a safety car. So now pit stops will happen. This is the point now, and the set of mediums will take you to the end. Ethan's first to react to it. A ghosted Cactus Noob has gone past. Just see. He's in the main menu. Let me send him an invite. in. Danny, it's unfortunate. He was going so well, wasn't he? He was going brilliantly. All that has meant that although still has the lead, surely he will be pitting here. He does. What about those behind him? They've all got a pit. Breza's definitely. The only one that could stay out is Master Spread, who ridiculously, from where he was, will take the lead of the race. Hambo has gone to softs. I think that's the right shape, you know. Softs from here. Bearing in mind, safety car is probably going to be a couple of laps yet. So Master Spread's gone for track position, but he's going to be vulnerable to soft driver after soft driver. Back to Snoop, still ghosted. I could try and send him another one. Oh no, it says he's... Well, it says he's on multiplayer, so maybe he's just not in control of the car at the moment. Nobody else appears to be ghosted, so I think it's just Cactus at the moment. So then, everybody pitted except for Cactus, who's still on his hard tyres, will be vulnerable to every single car behind now. And Master Spread, who's opted for track positions to take the lead of the race. But he's got Hambo behind him on brand new softs, as well as the rest of the top 7 as well. So, just looking down, Big D's going to be the last to catch the safety car, so we're definitely obviously going another lap. We'll have to see if he catches or not. We'll stay with Big D while he catches back up to the back. I think all the guys that have just switched to fresh softs will be happy for Big D to just take his time a little bit. I don't think there's any rush. Yeah, Cactus, I invited you back in. Are you back in? Yeah, you're back in. You ain't got control of your car. Cactus, if you listen to the stream, mate, you need to take control of your car. If you're spectating, press your X button, go to your name and press A, and you'll have the option to take control of the car. So Red Bull, sorry, not Red Bull, Big D has caught up to the back of the grid. We'll now go to Hambo then. When will Spreader go? Seems to catch Hambo out a little bit, and Hambo's a bit vulnerable to Raratron, who gets a better exit out of turn 1 as well. Power is on, he smells blood, but Hambo in the end looks like he might be running a bit lower downforce than Raratron, and gets away from him. This is close. At the moment, Raratron's not giving up on this, he still smells an opportunity. Are you in now, are you? Ah, yeah, you're in. Right, okay. Maybe you can't do it under safety car. Perhaps you got to wait for the safety car to end. Wasn't aware of that, actually, to be fair. As Hambo then gets after Master Spread now, I think. Oh, we got a virtual safety car. Oh, Cactus is out. After taking control, he's out. There he is, over on the right-hand side. A virtual safety car should suffice for that one. So, gaps have been made. Spreader already has over a second to Hambo, which is the dream restart for him, really. But Hambo doesn't have that to Raratron. The gap's under a second now, and we are going again, so maybe Hambo was just keeping a bit in the bag on the Delta. Anybody close? Grez is pretty close to the back of Raratron. I think for future races I'm going to have to shorten Raratron's name though. Maybe just Rara or Tron. Apex picks up 3 seconds. Let's go to the broadcast cam. Once again, of course, we've got battles going through, but I think that loses Master Spread any chance of winning this race. He's picked up a second penalty as Hambo makes the move. Raratron seeing if he can get involved. In the end, backs out of it. Can Master Spread get Hambo back? He doesn't, and we'll have to settle in behind him, I think. He's got to stay within that 1 second, otherwise he'll just come under pressure from every car behind. All these fresh soft tyre guys. It's going to take some time for the softs to get to a point where they might be the same as his mediums, if they do at all before the end, to be honest. And you can see Hambo can just pull out the gap now, as Hambo sets the fastest lap of the race with a 106 flat. Could end up being our fastest lap unless there's a late opportunity to pit for someone. So, again, I think Raratron has a dive at Master Spread. It looked clean to me, and he's taken the place. I said he's having an impressive debut, and that only adds to it for me. Master Spread has a look to see if he can get back, but no, has to back out of that on this occasion. He's going to come under pressure from Greza now. It's a left-hander. I think this is maybe Master Spread's decision not to pit, coming back to bite him a little bit. Has a little look back at Greza. It's not an ideal place to be going side by side. So, oh, and Ethan's had a moment, and he's back down to the back again in 13th. So one of the pre-race favourites to win the race has ended up having a nightmare. It looked like for one moment when he switched to the hards that he's done the ultimate strategy call, but it was kind of ruined when the next safety car came out. Not so much the next safety, it was the third safety car that ruined it, really. And Ethan is in the pits and retired in the pits. Pajala also, so whether those two had contact that caused that, I'm not sure. But not good to see drivers retiring in the pits from a race, but maybe this close to the end felt there wasn't any getting that back. Demon so close now to the back of Fatal Defiance. Problem is we've got this whole DRS train going from 1st down to 7th, but Demon He's getting a run. He seems to have the pace on Fatal Defiance at the moment. Both open up DRS. Seems to have the straight line speed on him, doesn't he? So can he? He is going to get a look into the hairpin. I said he seems to have the straight line speed on him, and he makes that move very nicely, does Demon, and that puts him up into P6. But the McLaren's coming back at him again. It's the McLaren who had the DRS, and McLaren very generous on the amount of room he gives. Demon actually picks up a penalty. In a way, you're given too much room. You put him off a little bit, but Demon in the end couldn't keep the position, and we'll have to do that all over again. Raratron, by the way, is right on the back of Hambo. He's looking for a debut victory here, and he looks very good for it at the moment. He gets past Hambo into turn 1. And looks like he's going to come under pressure from Greza as well. Whoa. Door shut on Greza a bit, I think, because Hambo... Oh, but oh, Hambo, what are you doing? There's a driver there. Greza on the inside again. Can't get it this time. He looks like he's got the speed on Hambo. I think maybe taking a little bit from Raratron. You've got to watch this battle for, well, I'd say top 3, but it's not top 3, is it? It's more than that. I've got my times back now, so, well, still the top 7, isn't it? Or still battling. They could end up in any order as it stands right now. And Raratron has picked up a penalty. Ah, Rara. That 3 seconds could end up seeing him off the podium, let alone not winning the race. What a shame for him. It's a brilliant debut, regardless of that. So, Greza still all over the back of Hambo. Hambo and Greza guaranteed podiums as long as they keep their race clean from here. The cars coming over the hill together. Nobody making any mistakes. Hambo looks close enough on Rara this time. Surely he's going to get a move done. Goes to the outside. Go deep into the corner. Come back round. Now, who gets the DRS? Did Hambo keep it? No, Raratron got it. He's coming back at Hambo, looking at the inside. Just about enough room there, Hambo, but gets the move done. And Greza's gotten ahead of Raratron and moves into P2. And that will give us a genuine fight for the victory between Hambo and Greza. So, still, well, we've lost a couple of guys out of this sort of DRS train now. Clem has just fallen off the back of Demon, and Fatal Defiance has fallen off the back of Clem. So, we're down to a 5-car race now, which genuinely could end up in any order. Jala picks up 3 seconds. And that's from the end. Let's just get to the penalties then. So, oh, look at Master Spread on 12 seconds. That's going to hurt. Demon 6 and Clem 9 as well. It's going to hurt both of them. I actually think Spreader, with that penalty, might drop all the way down to 9th. It's going to hurt if Hambo stays ahead of Greza. He looks a little bit too far back on this occasion, doesn't he? I think he may be able to get a look down into turn 4. Greza looks round the outside at turn 4. Side by side, and Hambo, has he held on, or is Greza going to get him up the outside here? It's putting Hambo under a lot of pressure. The next lap is the key one. The next lap will be the final lap. Can Greza stay close enough? Oh, puts on a further 3 seconds. That puts him on 9 now as well. There's going to be some position changes over the line due to those penalties. Now then, Greza, let's ride on board with Greza for this. Oh, Hambo's out of energy. He's got the move done well early. I think he might have created enough gap as well. Let's go back to Hambo. Yeah, I think Greza protects the inside. She does nicely. Hambo's looked to get an out. Cut back on him, but it's not really worked, and it looks for me like Greza has got the move done at the most important time as Hambo picks up 3 seconds in a way, and Greza then will be coming round to take victory for Ferrari. Comes across the line and wins the Styrian. The game, for some reason, has just Tron to P2. Hambo only had 3 seconds, so I don't. Hambo right down to P4. Fatal Defiance is some. Is Greta, Hambo, Raratron, Fatal Defiance. Of Lennon has DNF just before the line. There he is. But massive congratulations to Greza. The game gives the driver of the day to Fatal Defiance, but I think it's superb debut race at one point deserved that accolade from the commentator. So driver of the day will go to Raratron as the boys celebrate on the podium. The countdown in just a second of positions, and then look to see if we can, for the first time for me, do a podium interview with the 3 podium boys. So just to confirm then, Greza takes the win. I'm going to say that Hambo is P2. What I'm not sure on is that, yeah, I think Raratron's P3, Fatal Defiance P4, Demon 5, Clem 6, Big D 7, Master Spread 8, Apex is 9, Dark Lord picks up the final point, and Pajala is our only other finisher. Lennon binned it into the pit wall on the final corner. It's a great race. Let's see if I can get the boys in then. So lovely. Well, just what I've been looking forward to, doing my first ever podium interview with Hambo. Let's get Greza in. Greza, where are you? Have I not gone past you? No, I haven't. There you are. So invite Greza. Hambo, I should have on here. Hello.
Greza, you're a prick.
Something like that might get said.
Fucking on this game, on that track is a joke.
You are?
Massive, innit? Right, I've invited Raratron, whether he is joined or not. It's his debut,
Rara's
isn't
in.
it? So he is in, is he?
Yes.
Awesome.
I think I got second, but it said I was fourth.
Yeah, you did get. Yeah, you were second, mate, because you only picked up a 3-second right at the end, didn't you? So, and Raratron, who was promoted ahead of you, even though he had 6 seconds. So weird. So, yeah, it was a glitchy moment. Here he comes. Here he is. Right, so we got our top 3 boys here. I'm sure the proper order is Greza P1, Hambo P2, and Raratron P3.
I didn't think Rara had
we'll
pens,
start...
did he?
Yes, he did, yeah.
How did he?
Unfortunately. Yeah. Raratron, you there?
I'm here.
Yeah. Congratulations, buddy. Debut race and on the podium, and for 1 minute it looked like you were going to win it. How did that seem to go for you?
I mean, I don't know where that pace came from to actually battle the likes of, because I can't battle Hambo anywhere, the likes of Hambo or Master Spread anywhere else, and yet somehow I come here, and all of a sudden I've got pace. I just don't get it. But it was such a fun race. You know, I felt racy, I felt confident, and I think with just with a few laps to go, the grip of my tyres went, and I couldn't slow it down any more than I could previously, which is why I kept running wide and getting the penalties. Plus the dirty air of the cars in front didn't help. But what a battle with Hambo and Greza! That was just absolutely amazing. I want to give a credit to each and every person that I came across tonight. That was just fun. That was just pure, unadulterated fun.
Well, it was a great race, and you made a lot of moves during that race, to be fair. And I think I first saw an inkling you might have a bit of pace under you in Q2 when you suddenly at the end of the Q2 you put a great lap in on the mediums.
Yeah, that just came out of nowhere because obviously in Q3 I only went a tenth faster, so on the softs. So yeah, I don't know where that pace came from. It was just electric, and I was glad I was able to showcase my abilities for one race. That's it. You know, I've done all I can now. This is it now.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on P3, man, and you're also driver of the day as well. So well done. P2 then for Hambo, led the vast majority of the race. How was that for you, buddy?
Yeah, the start was alright. Me and Ethan sort of broke away fairly easy. We were staying each other's DRS. It was on softs and pitted early, and then I think he lost it on turn 1. I don't know what lap, but then that sort of freed it up out front, and then eventually when I did pit for softs, Spread stayed out, which I thought might have been. I can only assume he stayed out because he was 3-second penalty, but yeah, I don't know. He did well to stay there for a while, but I probably would have pitted.
He fucked up with that.
His mediums were quite boring, and I sort of said I don't think there was any way he's going to hold.
Yeah.
Hold
Then with
people back,
Rara
really,
and Greza
but,
behind, I tried to rinse as much battery on one of the laps. I think I got 9.5 temps out, and I didn't quite get that second because that DRS is a bastard. And after that, I just had no battery to do much. But it was good battles with Rara and Greza. But yeah, if it was a bit of a ding dong, that wasn't on purpose. It was just I had no grip.
Yeah, the one we came together at the Hamilton Albon corner, I sort of backed off then, and unfortunately that allowed Greza through.
What turn is that? I don't know names.
Turn 4.
Turn 4.
Where the fuck is that? Oh yeah, I see. I know where that is.
Yeah.
Coming off the last DRS zone, I sort of hit your side pod, and I sort of backed out just to let you through because I thought that was a bit overzealous. And then Greza just got round me outside as well. I was just like, shh, crap.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dickhead like that, Greza.
Opportunistic.
Okay, so to our race winner, Greza, I get to interview you now. Congratulations, mate, and well, massive win. You were sort of fighting around, sort of 4th and 5th for sort of a lot of the Grand Prix, and then just be able to fight with Humbo at the ends. And obviously, so how was your race anyway, buddy?
Yeah, it was just kept pitting the mediums and stuff, and then the early safety cars, so we were just mid-patch stuck really, and I think slowly got cycled to the front, getting past the odd car, and then we went onto the softs, and then that last battle in that last stint was just an amazing battle. It was really fun. Yeah, thanks.
It was, yeah.
GG's to Rara and Hambo. It was yeah, made my night.
Oh, Greza, that last lap, I tried backing off and getting you on the next DRS straight on purpose, but I didn't realise I only like 2% battery. I was like, oh, I fucked it royally now. So that plan didn't work.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
well,
trying to decide when should I try and make that move, but in case she got me back. And I couldn't get any traction out of turn 3 all day, so I decided to do it earlier and risk the next one, but survived just about.
No, well done.
Yeah. Excellent.
I'm looking forward to
well done
watching
all
this
three
one
of
back,
you.
that's for sure.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers for
Good
streaming,
race.
Hilly.
No worries, man. Always welcome. Always happy to do that. So, congratulations to all 3 of you. We just finished. I'll just close the stream down. Thanks to everyone that's